Oops, if I turn the TV off. Oh my god, this is already a mess. Hey, what's up? I'm Ellie, and welcome back to my channel. So, where did that box go? Oh, right here. God. I have a tea spill episode for you guys today, but I don't really have any tea to spill, or, you know, I'm not really doing anything unpopular. Instead, I thought I would focus on the books that I am intimidated by, since this is the ooky spooky season, and what is more spooky than books you're terrified to read? Not because they're scary, just because they seem to be time consuming, or they might just be difficult to read, or, you know, things like that. It might be a series. Like, I just want to focus on those things. What is the word I'm looking for? It's not like an upsetting topic, except for it's upsetting to me. So I've just picked ones that I own. I have a very large stack here. So I've just picked ones that I own currently, and just ones that I thought of. I'm sure there's more, but these are the ones that came right to my mind that I've just been avoiding. Tea Spill is inspired by my subscription box. So if you don't know what Subspy is, basically you go on, you take a test, you tell them what you like and what you don't like, and then they send you 4 teas every month that are like specific to your taste, and it will have the month, and it also says that it's made for you, which is awesome. So the 4 that I got this month, one is a 3 mint tea, one is a minty mojito mate, one is honeydew, sweet honeydew tea, and another one is frosted orange roll. So these sound really good too, because they come with like little tea bags too, although most of the time they're in a bag, but they do have loose leaves that come too. So I absolutely have been loving my Subspy subscription. I actually have another box coming this month, so you guys are going to be getting another video where they will be featured, but you know, I can't help it. I love it. It is my favorite subscription. Like, I love teas. It is the time. We are reaching the season for teas, and I have my cup over there heating up, but it's really hot right now. So we're gonna wait for it to cool down, and in the meantime, let's talk about books. First and foremost, I feel like I just had to get this out of the way. It's got a few things going against it, but that is Queen of Air and Darkness, because look at her. She is thick. Not only that, the fact that this is a thick book, which is making me avoid it, but also because I haven't liked the rest of the series. But I'm really intrigued about the Shadowhunter world, and I need to know everything that's happening in the Shadowhunter world, so I know I need to read this, but it's just like I'm avoiding it because I don't really like the characters in this series. I don't really like the size of this book. It's the last one. I should just get it done and over with, but do you see how big this is? How many pages is this? Well, I mean, there's 20 some blank pages here in the back. I don't get page numbers? No page numbers? That's good. I won't know how much I'm reading. Oh, 880. So not as many as I thought there was, actually. I feel less intimidated now. Next, I have a Spark of Light, and this is more of an avoidance due to topic. This follows, I believe, several different points of views, and it is looking at abortion in these different points of views. So this just makes me nervous. I know that this is a hard topic. No matter if I try to review it, I feel like people are going to be mad no matter what opinion you're on that side for. So I'm just very nervous about this one. I think it would be really good. Apparently, she writes like pretty unbiased from all the points of view, so I guess we'll eventually see. Next we have the Poppy War, and this is mostly because it is adult high fantasy, which always makes me nervous, which I don't know why, because I always enjoy, but it just makes me nervous because I know it will take me longer to read anyway, just because my brain needs to focus on something. But the other thing too is that I've just seen so many good things about this, and I'd be terrified for it to disappoint me. Then I have a whole series, and when I talk about the series, I'm only talking about the original trilogy, and that is The Girl Who Played with Fire. I can't think of what the actual trilogy is called, but I do own the original trilogy, and for some reason I just have not gotten around to it. I know a lot of people really enjoy this. It's been recommended to me at the library multiple times. The US movie is my favorite movie of all time. I remember watching it and I was just like, this is the best movie ever, and it has just impacted me so much, but I don't know what it is. It's like I'm terrified that it will either ruin the movie for me, or I'm terrified the movie has already ruined the book, because I tend to be one of those people that if I watch the movie first and then read the book, I like the movie more. So I'm a little nervous about that. I'm also, because I know the story and that seemed pretty complicated from the movie, so I'm afraid it'll be even more complicated in the book. And like, it's not that I don't think I'm a smart person, what if I'm not? I don't want any book to let me know that I am not a smart person. I have King of Scars, and this is a continuation in the Grisha world, Grisha-verse, in Leigh Bardugo's world, and this follows Nikolai. Nikolai is one of my favorite characters now. There are two things holding me back from this. One, it is quite chunky. And two, I just am very nervous about this because people have said not so great things, and Nikolai is like my favorite from that series. Like, I don't understand why everyone always talks about Mal and the Darkling when Nikolai was also an option. Like, Nikolai was the only option, but he was never included as an option, which is just rude. I don't understand. So I'm just nervous that this won't live up to what I need it to live up to. Then we have, I think the next few are actually series that I've started and just haven't continued because I'm just nervous about them. So I read The Bone Witch and I really, really liked it. And I have The Heart Forger, and I don't know why I haven't continued, because this was one of my favorite books when I read it. The year that I read it was like 2 or 3 years ago at this point. The series is done, it's all published, but for some reason I've just not been able to continue on. I don't know if it's because I'm afraid that if I continue on, I won't like it as much. I'm terrified because the first one was just so high for me that this, like the second book slump is gonna hit and it's gonna be bad and I'm just not gonna like it. I mean, it's a pretty slow world to begin with, and then second books tend to be slower, so I was just like, I don't know. I love bone witches and I love necromancy type things and I love fantasy worlds where there's just war happening, so what's holding me back? I don't know. There's an awesome love triangle in this too, and you don't know who she's gonna pick until the very end, and like, it's fantastic. I love really well done love triangles. What am I doing? Who knows? And then we have another whole series. I haven't even started this series, but I'm just nervous to start this series because it's a pretty time-consuming series. It is also adult kind of sci-fi time travel type stuff, which I'm never really all that hyped about. That is the, oh god, the Darker Shade of Magic series. I own them all. I even own a collector's edition because I can't freaking help myself. I don't know, it's about different Londons, and I'm too afraid that, like, I won't be able to keep the London straight, and I won't be able to keep the characters straight, and their powers straight, and I'm still not really sure what the whole book, the series is even about. Like, people are just like, oh, Kelly's got a bunch of coats with a bunch of pockets, and he travels to all these Londons, and I'm just like, okay. I don't know. I feel like it's just because it is quite a larger, like the books are larger in that series, and it just seems like a more complicated story that I'm just scared I'm stupid. Another one because it is adult fantasy. I don't know what it is about adult fantasy, but I've heard really good things. Anyone who tends to like Nevernight seems to like Red Sister, so why haven't I? Who knows? It is also pretty time consuming. I do believe it's a trilogy. It's all published and they are quite thick books. So I don't know. I had actually started this. I started it and I was just like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to invest in this right now. I'm just going to stop. I'm just, you know, I'm pretty sure I got like 100 pages in and I don't know. Female assassins is like my #1 combination buzzword. Like, automatic buy, female assassin. Then we have Bridge of Clay. Now, this one is intimidating for multiple reasons. And, I mean, again, it's quite large. It is also historical, which always makes me nervous. I don't know why. I always love historical fiction books when I pick them up, but for some reason I have such a hard time, like, choosing them to read. Like, I feel like I'm never quite in the mood to read a historical fiction. And on top of that, what is happening here? On top of that, Markus Zusak wrote like the best book of all time, which is The Book Thief. So I feel like I do not want to be disappointed. I'm terrified I'm going to be disappointed and be like, Markus Zusak, oh my god, what happened to your writing, sir? So I'm afraid that it will be a letdown compared to The Book Thief. I don't know, but I'm still very excited about it. I'm excited. Just when will I ever be in a historical fiction mood? Who knows? Who knows? Next we have a book that I'm intimidated by, but I don't really understand why. I think the main thing is I don't know what the book is really about, and also everyone seems to love it, but that is The Shadow of the Wind. Inside of a book that like gets destroyed or something along, I have no idea what it's about. Just every time someone talks about this book, they like don't even give a synopsis. They're just like, oh my god, it's a great book, and that's it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just going off the fact that y'all keep telling me it's a great book. Like that is the synopsis apparently. So I don't know. I think another thing is I'm afraid this seems like it'd be a slow-paced book. And slow-paced books just make me nervous all around. I don't mind a good slow-paced book. It's just, who wants to start a slow-paced book? Especially when 99% of the time I feel like I'm in a reading slump anymore. We have another adult fantasy, and this is actually a standalone fantasy, which makes me even more nervous. But that is The Savior's Champion. I was actually sent this for a review 2 years ago? 3 years ago? It's been a while, my friends. But I just have not been able to bring myself to read it. And Amanda, who is my best friend, Amanda from Read All the Books, had said that I would love it. She read it and she loved it. Look, it even has an art sticker, even though it is hardcover. I don't think this is an actual ARC. The author is a YouTuber here too. I don't know. This also has a lot of my buzzwords in it. It's got like a labyrinth, and it's got games, and it's got warriors, and there's like I think there's like a weird hate to love relationship. So it's got a lot of the things that I love. It's thick. It's thick, and I feel like I haven't had a lot of time to invest into any fantasy lately, but this would be such a good one because it's a standalone. What? Okay. I got three more thick boys. One of which is Sky Without Stars. Now, I have multiple reasons. One, this is a Les Mis retelling in space. I don't know anything about Les Mis. I don't even know if I'm saying that right because I just want to call it Les Miserables. But Les Mis, I don't know anything about Les Mis, and I tend to not like books set in space that much. I don't like sci-fi that much. I don't know if it's the setting of space. It just tends to be sci-fi elements that I don't care for as much. So it's another series now. This is mostly because this series is older now, the Lux series. I do believe that this is sci-fi, paranormal, something to do with aliens, maybe. I don't know, I've only owned this book for like 6 years now. You think I would know what it's about. I actually have like the first and the second one. I think they made everything into like 3 bind-ups, or I don't even know. I've heard that like the romance in this is pretty fun. It's pretty witty. There's some banter and things like that. Oh yeah, there's an alien next door. Oh, and he's hot until he opens his mouth, which is my favorite kind, obviously, but I don't know what it is. Again, I think it's just because it's so thick and it's been so long and no one ever talks about this anymore. So I'm just like, do I just get rid of it at this point? Like, I'm still kind of I'm always down for like some witty, weird banter romance things, but... And then the very last one, and I don't even know why I haven't really, what is intimidating about this is that I just think that I won't understand it or won't love it as much as everyone else is, and that's Illuminae. I think I'd be confused about all, because it's only told in mixed media formats. Like, I think I would be kind of confused, but everyone seems to love this. They say it's a really quick read despite being quite thick, but I don't know. And people say that you really have to listen to the audiobook too, and like, I can't read and listen to the audiobook. I can't do both. Like, I listen to the audiobook because I don't have time to sit down and read. Like, the mixed format makes me nervous most of all, and I don't know why. Like, I'm just afraid that I will miss something, and I really don't like missing anything. I get FOMO really bad, but I'm afraid that I'll miss something and I won't understand. But I'm assuming that it's done well. It's by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Jay Kristoff is like my fave, so I'm assuming he would do it well and I'll be able to understand. But alright friends, it is time for the taste test. So I went with this is like the 3 mint, I think is what it was called. This is the 3 mint tea. I absolutely love my mug. This is like my favorite holiday mug. I love mint teas. It also doesn't have caffeine, and it's quite late right now. The sun goes down at like 5 o'clock here, which is just annoying. So I'm just gonna... It smells good. It smells like good old peppermint tea. I will say, it's not quite peppermint. It's definitely just more of the mint. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's more like a winter fresh mint, which are my favorite kind of mints, but it's very good. I don't think there's anything distinctive about this tea specifically, but it's still good tea. Like, it doesn't make it stand out from any other, like, mint teas that I've tried, but it's still a good tea. So, I'm mostly excited to try the minty mojito one. The only reason I didn't try that one is because it is high caffeine, and I am probably just gonna read and go to bed tonight. It's Saturday night, no big deal. I hope you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to check out Sips By. I think I have a coupon code listed below for you guys, so if you wanna check that out, even just 1 month, like, treat yourself for 1 month, get some nice teas. Sickness season is upon us, you know. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to see future tea spill episodes from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.